Hello. You know, I first published my first video on the Buenavista Rural Club on the 24th of July 2021. That was 6 months ago. And now it's time to look back at what we've achieved and look forward to what's to come. We lost a couple of months, all of December and all of January, and that's because I had to go back to the UK. Now, those of you who know me personally will know the reason why, but let me just say that we sometimes take our health for granted. Please don't do that. Look after yourself. You never know what you've lost until it's gone. Before I start, let me please ask you to like, share and subscribe. This really does help the channel. You can also leave me a comment in the box below. I'll always read the comments and I'll always reply to you, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks to everybody who subscribes and supports this channel. I especially want to thank those people who have helped and visited the farm over the last 6 months. Starting with Gail and Alan, who came up years ago, long before we started filming. And then there was Roberto, the Cubano, who was with me right from the very start.
This is Roberto. He's moved to Madrid. Good luck to him. He's originally from Cuba. A really good guy.
Moises, the goat herd, who came and helped me clear out the barn when there was no light, it was all dark, and all that horrible woodwormy furniture.
So let's get to it. So we've made a start. Got the doors open.
I won't lie to you, that was quite difficult, quite hard work.
I could be in better condition, but I will be very soon with work like this going on. We've got access. All these wooden pallets, they're completely rotten. Bones.
Then Popo, the sailor, from San Marcos. Workshop and getting rid of all that rubbish that was in there, and he made his good humor made the whole thing really enjoyable.
Una bicicleta. Oh, niño, venga, 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 que vamos a llegar a... Venga, sigue, Bob. Se quedó en Francia, no pasó por España.
Domingo, who came and helped clear the flat roof of all the vegetation.
So here I am up on the rooftop of the old building, and what a spectacular view from up here. Let me show you around. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and dawn has just started. So we have some, on the roof here, some pretty impressive vegetation that's grown here over the years. and you can really see how it's attacked the edges of the building and the concrete, penetrating into the crevices and lifting the sides.
So all this is going to have to be taken up. This is Domingo. Domingo.
Hola. Buenos días. Aquí empezamos la mañana en el Palmar, quitando verodes.
You speak English?
A little bit.
What do you say this morning?
This morning we bring
Starting.
fucking one guy aquí.
And then my friend Neil Davidson from the UK, who was on holiday here in Tenerife and came up to the farm. And with his investor's eye, he gave me an opinion on the viability of the project.
I think as an environment it's amazing. It's an incredible project because it is one of the, I would say it's probably the most beautiful part of Tenerife I've ever seen. Every dream that anyone's ever had in the world, someone else has said you can't do it, and then they do it. So I hope that you can do it. Mm-hmm. I just worry for you because it's a lot. It's a lot to do and there'd be a lot of stress.
And I've got to say, he said the dream was impossible. Thank you, Neil.
Let me just take a moment to introduce you to Angelica. Angelica came with us on the expedition, and she was responsible for most of the photography and most of the videos that you're seeing in this edition.
Hello, Toby. Can you say something for my Bulgarian friends, please?
Yes, of course. Welcome to the Buenavista Rural Club, and here in northwest Tenerife, which is a farm of 240,000 square meters. It's a large farm that consists of 50,000 square meters of arable farmland and 200,000 square meters of virgin forest. This is forest land that nobody has even been in for the last 50 years or more. And it's all there to be explored. We have private property, we have mountain climbing, we have trekking, we have mountain biking. You can come and explore the area and have time of your life in the private farm, which is the Buenavista Rural Club. Please come and you'll be welcome.
Thank you that you make me part of your dream. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
Yeah, bye.
And then there was Angelica, who came up to the farm and introduced the Buenavista Rural Club to her wide network of YouTube followers. Armando, another Cuban, a friend of Roberto's, who came and helped take all of the tiles off the roof of the barn. A filthy job.
You can see the walls. They're in pretty solid state, but there is a big gap here of all those stones that have fallen out of it. And we're going to have to do something about that. It looks like we're just catching this right just in time before the whole thing fell down. So it's a very opportune restore, I think.
Who can forget Michael George, the roofing expert? His advice will be taken on board. And in the future episodes, we'll be seeing what he told us about the beams and the joists and the retiling of the roof and putting that all back together again.
My name is Michael Fowler and I've had a roofing business in the south of England for the last 40 years, mainly working around Chelsea, Kensington and that sort of area of Fulham. So this for me is a nice project to get involved with, possibly because it's a bit of a conundrum.
Thank you, Michael. Security, of course, is paramount, and I'm glad to say that we had no issues even during the 2 months that I was in the UK. We've installed physical security that stops people from entering the premises, but we've also got the security cameras which photograph any intruder and send me live video images of them to my mobile phone anywhere in the world. I did a lot of grunt work in September and cleared the floors of the barn and got rid of all the vegetation. But in October, I was very pleased to welcome my son Christopher to the farm and his girlfriend Abby. As well as being able to enjoy some social time, a lovely picnic, we were also able to clear some of the vegetation from around the building.
We want to pack it.
Yeah, just hard hold of it. Keep it
I'm
hard in your hand.
See, right, I knew this would happen. You say, do you want to go at the machete? And I said, no. And you said, go on,
Come on, we're filming it.
And then now you're telling me what to do.
Go on. Don't release it out of your hand, that's all. That's what he's saying. Just saying to keep hold of it.
I've got hold of it.
Flies out, you'd say, why didn't you tell me to hold on to it tighter?
I still say that. It will be your fault,
But at least
darling.
it's on camera that I did actually tell you. Oh, it's just your hair. So.
Shall I get in there with the chainsaw?
No, we'll get in there with the machete. Come on, out the way, I'll get in there.
Still in October, I welcomed Nobby to the farm and we went exploring into the forest. And we really found out just how dense and thick the woods are, because we got completely lost.
That's the cliff face. We don't want to be there. No. We want to be up. But we've come wrong. I got lost in the woods. We want to go up. Yep, it's been mapped. Look it up on Google Earth. Whew. The thing that I find slightly disturbing is I can't see our destination. And I'm not sure that the return journey is going to be any easier. We're going to go back and see whether we can pick up the path where we went wrong, because it's actually not difficult.
Well, if it's not difficult, we've definitely come the wrong way.
Yeah.
This is a benefit for me,
And me.
No, we're going down there, aren't we?
I'm not sure. I think we came that way, but...
Oh, it's right down here.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. It makes the same sort of...
Yeah, it comes from the same sort of place.
There's all sorts of calculations going through my head at the moment.
Yep, like how fast you slide down a hill with a machete in your hand.
And how much will 5 pints of Dorada cost?
And how much more difficult it is to climb a mountain with a GoPro in your hand.
All these sections and more. Yeah, if you use that tree to help you down.
Yeah.
in there.
We're only actually about 10 yards away from the car.
No, but I can't get down that way.
Why?
Is it the dog?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and this way.
Yeah.
Oop.
Then, at the tail end of October, I welcomed Leoncio Calzadilla, an old friend, to the farm. And he is a master in stonework. I've seen firsthand some of the beautiful creations he's made in walls and buildings of stone. And he was able to advise me on the stony problem that I have with the ruins of the farmhouse.
Lo que me interesa mucho hablar contigo sobre este muro.
Seguro hacerlo como estaba, con la piedra, toda esa piedra consérvala, reforzar esto y terminar esta pared bien, porque está un poco, esto hay que reforzarlo un poco. Esto es increíble. Toby, este es un sitio maravilloso. Aquí haces algo fuerte. Esto es para hacer algo aquí de lo mejorcito del Palmar. Y que el visitante, esto tiene mucho futuro. Hace falta trabajo y un poco más de juventud. Pero tú lo vas a conseguir.
Many thanks too to Dave Howard, who helped me to map and plot the farm and the surrounding grounds with his amazing 3D software and his drone.
Well, it's two different types. I've got one where I build like a 3D tour, and then there's one that's associated with a laser measure. And it's just kind of combining the two, really.
And the 3D tour, that's the sort of thing that they use for estate agents
Yeah.
modelling.
Yeah, it's not true 3D because it works on 360 photos. But the way you stitch them together, you can actually move through the property as if you were there.
So it's like a simulation of being present. Yeah. So the next best thing to visiting the Buenavista Rural Club is going to be using one of Dave's models to see exactly what's up here. And of course, at the moment, it's very much a ruin. But as we develop and as we continue to grow and restore, the transformation of the place is going to be amazing. And we're going to have up here a clubhouse that you'll all be able to come and visit. I hope as many of you as possible come in the future. Okay, so there we go.
Right.
Yeah, there we can see the roof that's been taken off, and also you see the flat roof that we cleared. If you turn it slightly to your left.
Yeah, if we get in the shade, you'll be able to see the screen a bit better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That is better.
I strongly recommend you check out the link below and look at the farm from the bird's eye view that it's given us. Picking up from where we left off, we can fly up the farm towards the middle entrance. This is the 4x4 slip road into the farm, which we saw in episode 6. So from here we go up the road towards the clubhouse. Whilst navigating, you can always go to the drone symbol at the top right and return to your start position. These symbols take you on the ground tour, or you can at any time go to the top left layout
and click on any spot on the plan. Let's take a tour of the clubhouse. In previous episodes, you'll have seen people coming in through this way.
As November arrived, we welcomed Jesus, a rising baseball star from Venezuela. This young man really does have an amazing future on the field of dreams. With his youth and strength, we were able to really break the back and give the final push to clearing out the rest of the rooms and the buildings in the farm.
Eso sí, ¿ves? Vas removiendo con eso.
Then, with Domingo's help, we were able to get the rubbish down to the dump and some of the metalwork to the scrapyard. So wow, what an amazing journey. We really have accomplished a lot. But the hard work is just about to begin. And so don't miss the next few episodes of the Buenavista Rural Club. Coming up in the next episodes, we've got waterproofing the workshop roof. We've got putting back the joists and the beams and retiling the barn. We've got installing a solar electric system and then a cold water running system that's fed by our own mountain stream. Please, if you haven't already, like this video. If you haven't already, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny and it really does help the channel expand. Lastly, please visit us. You'd be so welcome. I'd love to show you the farm and I'd love to share with you the vision that we have for the Buenavista Rural Club. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time on the Buenavista Rural Club.